Last time I saw you was underneath the Grammy stage, and you and your sister were kind of like trying to digest it all.
In that crazy like photo tunnel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild.
What do you remember about that night and that moment and how it was like life-changing?
Yeah, the further from that night I get, like the more I think, and I've heard other people say this. I just read some autobiography where they said this, where like you start to only remember the videos and photos you've seen.
Yeah.
And you don't remember like actually what it felt like to be in your body for something if it's like well documented.
Yeah.
So more and more I'm like detached from it. It feels like somebody else. But nevertheless, it was like a peak life experience, and it felt like that the whole time I was living through it. Now it feels like looking at somebody else's family photos or something.
That's hilarious.
Right?
And also, you and your sister kind of shared your life. I mean, you really opened up your life. Like, everybody's watching it now, and everybody's like, they're commenting on your life.
Right.
Is that strange?
Totally, yeah. I mean, reviewing a song that you've written about, something you lived through, or maybe something that you didn't, that you just made up, is one thing. And you're reviewing like a piece of art, but like essentially like reviewing our household and like our relationship with our mom and dad. So it's very strange. We're lucky. Everybody's been super nice, and there's been a lot of support thrown at our parents, which has been very sweet and an honor because we love them so much. To see them get some more love has been really sweet.
And Doc is great. I mean, I think it's a great peek into life changing, but people staying normal as normal as they can.
Right. I mean, I think the main thing, and I assume this probably is represented in the doc, is that actually within the circle of like our family, like not much changed, right? So we didn't have to go through that sort of internal change. Everything kind of on a surface level changed around Billie and me as a side effect, but like on the kind of insular level with our relationship with our mom and dad, and me and Billie and her friend Zoe, who's in a lot of the doc. It's like it's very sort of like insular, which is nice.
Hey, new music, your new music, and what was it like making your music?
It was really fun. The last project that I put out as like a body of work was in October 2019, but then I put out several songs in 2020 that were very sort of like retrospective about 2020. I was just sort of processing how I was feeling about this crazy past year in my writing, so a lot of those songs reflect that very directly with like what they'll say about us, or Can't Wait to Be Dead. And so I think in moving forward, it's probably getting back to a slightly more like introspective space, just because like I think I've written my way through that sort of observational period, so it's kind of more general now.
Where do you keep your Grammys?
I keep them on this shelf in my living room that's too high for my dog to knock them over. But I don't. We just won this other one. I was like, I don't know where to put that one because that shelf is maxed out, so I don't know where to put it.
Is it weird that you have a lot of Grammys, dude?
Yeah. We had Jamila Jamil over at some point, like pre-COVID or something, and she was like, "Oh, you have so many Grammys." She was like, "That's really quite a lot." I was like, "Yes, it's an embarrassing amount, but it's an honor."